Hello and welcome to Java Tutorials in 5 minutes. My name is Austin, the realist of dank mamers, 420 Blazin palette, and today we're going to be talking about superclasses and subclasses. Alright, so by this point you should already know the basics of setting up a class. As you can see here, we just have the superclass. We have a few instance variables, a constructor, and a method here. So as you can see, we call x, we call y, and then we have a final int z, set it equal to 3. Constructor, we call x, y, and we're going to basically set x to x and y to y. Oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me. And then we're going to have here public void normal print system.out.print x, y, and z. Now, Java is a class-based system. It's an object-oriented programming. So say we wanted to make a class that's similar to this, does all the same things as this, but does more. We would create a subclass, and now this is what this is. So we have public class, the subclass, extends the superclass. Alright, so we call in a few more instance variables, a, b, final c, then public the superclass, have a few variables here, and I'll explain what super means, and we have a new method. So, this is basically how we get these super huge packages. If I just go to Java API, and okay, it's gonna give me a thing, and see here how we have all these methods in the class. Alright, mind-boggling amount of methods. It's because over the years we've just kept extending the same classes. So what does this mean? So superclass has this method here, normal print, and now subclass extends that. So since it extends it, it inherits all the properties of superclass, including this method here. So that means if we go to our class tester, as you can see, we have superclass Zuper, and then we have subclass Zub. And as you can see, our Zub class can call normal print, even though there isn't a normal print in the body of this class. That's simply because it inherits all the properties of superclass. And now this here, new print, is going to print out A, B, and C. And as you can see here, we also have this method here, super AB. Now when you're constructing extended classes, say for instance in the superclass we have x, y, here we can call that variable. So we're plugging in, here we're plugging in x for x and y for y. Here we're plugging a for a, b for b, but this super calls the constructor of the superclass. So what it's going to do is it's going to take this a here, it's going to plug it in for this x here, it's going to take this b here, plug it in for this y here, and it's going to assign it to these. And now this method here has access to the numbers that you inputted for your subclass. And then we also have this new print, which is going to print out a, b, and c. However, this subclass, while it can call normal print, superclass can't call any of subclass's methods. That's how sort of this inheritance thing works. Now I have one here, but this is for a later date. But basically, if we run this, we're going to get kind of what we expect. Superclass 1, 2, we have normal print, which is going to print out. Let me just get rid of this. X, which is set as 1, 2, which is set to y, and then z, which is set to 3. And then we have here Zub class, and we're going to do normal print, which is going to do 4, 5, and then 3. Because we called a 4, and as you can see, 4 goes into A, goes into X, goes into X. So 4. Same thing with 5. However, as you can see here, when we call normal print, it prints out Z. So it's going to print out this Z here in the superclass. Because our subclass doesn't have Z, it immediately goes back into the superclass. And then we have here new print. And now new print's going to print out 0, 0, 6. Now why is that? Now it's going to print out our C, which is set to 6. However, why are A and B 0? It's because we haven't set these equal to anything. When we call our constructor, we set A equal to the super A, which is actually X. And we set B equal to the super B, which is actually Y. However, this A and this B never get assigned to anything. That's how this sort of super works. And that's sort of the basics of inheritance and superclasses, subclasses. You can get into a whole bunch of crazy things like polymorphism, like switching between classes, calling different classes, making arrays of classes, so on and so forth. But I think this should cover it for the basics. I want to thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. So yeah, have a nice day.